Okay, Dave, let's talk about Arrested Development Season 5. That's what the internet is asking for.
Hello, darkness.
I was trying to come up with some witty old Arrested Development quotes that I just...
Looks like you just blew yourself.
I didn't want to just recast some sort of old joke for the first couple seasons, because then I would have been doing the exact same thing Season 5 was.
Yeah, it's true. You like nostalgia, do you? You like the jokes of old?
We were good 10 years ago!
Well, I mean, they've always been... You know, you have to be an Arrested Development fan to watch later seasons or any episode past the first couple because it's just reoccurring jokes.
It's the most meta, insular kind of show.
Yeah, very insular. Yeah, it's all insular comedy. But anyways, Arrested Development Season 5 came out on Netflix. It was marred with controversy, obviously. The press tour was just horrific. Yeah, by all metrics.
Doesn't help when you're one of your star cast members.
There's a key member of the Me Too movement and had just recently been dropped from Amazon Prime, but Netflix is picking and choosing who they stick by or go with.
I feel they had already shot it all. They were already invested. They're not going to back out of it.
The show was done.
And I feel that there was that one infamous interview that the cast had. I want to say Job, but I'm just going to say Job, Jason Bateman, Jessica Walters, and David Cross.
I know everyone's names except for
Will Arnett. Sorry. Will Arnett. And then whoever maybe is, I'm not going to know her name. It's Shafquat, whatever. But she didn't say anything.
Alia Shawquat.
Yeah, she didn't say anything the entire time. She had some previous interview today or the day before that, so I summed it up. But either way, that interview gained major kind of...
Well, yeah, it did. This was at the time when I don't think a lot of the public knew that Jeffrey Tambor was verbally abusive to Jessica Walter on the set.
Yes, that's what came out of that interview.
Because she started crying during the interview, right? And then during that, it was after the fact that Jason Bateman actually had to recant everything he said.
But it wasn't just Jason Bateman. It was all the guys of the show who were basically like, well, it's part of the acting kind of thing. It just sort of really... For a press junket release of a new show
with a controversial cast member, it was as bad as you could get.
Yeah, you guys dropped the ball now.
Yeah, definitely. But all that being said, it was released on Netflix and it's not horrible. It's good. It's funny.
Is it terrible? No. Is it great? No.
So I mean, most of the internet hated season 4. Like absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing so much backlash, and to be honest, I was so surprised by it. I do not have any hope for franchises that are resurrected decades after they're like relevant, right?
Yes.
And you see that with Dumb and Dumber, Zoolander 2, The Anchorman 2, all these movies that just turn out to be
garbage.
Yeah, garbage. And I thought season 4 really recaptured a lot of the magic that made Arrested Development fun and funny.
I felt like personally I wanted it so bad that I was willing to overlook a lot of things the first time I watched it.
And there's a lot of things wrong with it. Like you could tell, you just could tell. I mean, it was obvious the cast wasn't available.
And I felt that was the biggest problem I had.
Yes.
I
that made it feel weird.
Yes.
It wasn't Arrested Development. It was something new.
Yes, I appreciated how the showrunners tried to sort of get around that.
Yeah, they did their best.
To, do this weird convoluted storyline with everything sort of intersecting.
Yeah, everyone got their own personal episodes, kind of thing that all crisscrossed.
But it just didn't really work for an ensemble cast.
Yes, it didn't feel as Arrested Development-y. And I think a lot of those episodes could have been culled. Not everyone needed 2 episodes because there's some people, like even the funniest cast members like Jason Bateman, his episode with the A-Team doesn't really hit, right? And it's got so many guest stars, and that's the other problem. It's just bloated with guest stars. Every episode had like 10 or so featured in it. So they tried to fix this all. Michael Hurwitz, the creator, actually said that he was upset with how season 4 turned out and obviously the backlash against it. So he actually re-edited the entire season and then put it into normal Arrested Development chronological order, and they released that on Netflix kind of secretly, which just weird. And
not that secretly. It was sort of like one of those viral kind of.
Well, it announced like Netflix likes to do the day it was online, right? Yeah. And then I watched that and it does try and make it more.
It's a little bit better, but it's still not Arrested Development.
Right. And then season 5, it's just a return to the old style.
Yes.
But that being said, everyone is clearly not still available. What's her face? Portia de Rossi, who I can't understand why she would be the busiest of everyone. What else is she
Portia
in?
de Rossi's very... Now that you mention it, I don't even remember her in the show almost at all.
Yeah, so she is the main story arc of season 5. It's her running for Congress.
But
actually,
she disappears.
Yeah. But okay, let's just say spoiler warning because we're going to talk about spoilers of season 5. Actually, spoilers for every season. I guess I should say the main story arc is obviously the death of Lucille 2, or what happened to Lucille 2, and they're trying to figure that out. And that was the cliffhanger at the end of season 4. And then in season 5, that's combining with Portia de Rossi running for government and
building the wall
and being a very Trump-esque. I want to be part of the problem, right? And then that storyline just never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that was the weirdest thing that never really landed. You know,
I never even thought about that until just now. Like, she's like brought up almost in videos in the show early on, but she's not even a part of it.
Yeah, she's not a part of it. Yeah, it was really strange. That being said, though, like the first couple episodes, they are really funny. They do cover. They kind of get that family dynamic that makes the show really good, right? Like Buster and Michael, have a lot of great moments together, and then Michael and George Michael have this kind of funny.
Yeah, George Michael and Michael have a great
dynamic arc the whole time, and then there is other storylines that, like I said, the Portia the Rossi one doesn't really go anywhere. I never really understood the maybe living in the old folks home. Like I don't. It sounded like a funny premise, but it never went anywhere, right? Like
I enjoyed that.
You like the old people jokes?
Yeah.
You just have a soft spot for retirement homes because you're just biding your time until you find the perfect one.
That's what I'm looking for.
You're just gonna pull a maybe, and you're gonna move in there now. For some reason, midway through the season, though, everything just got a little strange. Like, a lot of the jokes stopped landing. Job especially was just feeling really out of place. Kind of just doing the Tobias thing, like, oh, I'm gay now. And, so many jokes were about...
The whole arc was done about...
Did you guys say Tony Wonder? Like, no one said Tony Wonder. Oh, okay. Well, that's a joke, right? Like, no, that's not a joke.
I like the whole Tony Wonder stuff.
I like that storyline together, but...
It just became this, like, long...
One note joke.
One note joke.
And, he was basically the new Tobias.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Tobias, who is now basically out of the closet, has a mystery son who also kind of doesn't go anywhere. Like I like Kyle Mooney, you know. I think he was really funny in not SNL, but he was in Norm Macdonald's TV show. He was actually really good in that. Yeah. It was short-lived and canceled. So. But anyways, I was happy to see him there.
He did a great job.
Yeah, exactly. I was happy to see it there, but that storyline kind of doesn't go anywhere. But then I will say, around the end of the season, things kind of came back. Everything came a little bit more full circle, and I really enjoyed the last episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I enjoyed so much of this show, but I felt so much of it was just this harkening back to what made it popular in the first place.
Yeah.
And there was just way too much sort of cheap. I don't even want to say cheap, but it seemed like they were just trying to like recapture that whole nostalgic feeling of the first jokes, and everything was just sort of a play on the old jokes. There's no trying to push the envelope a little further or find your own kind of voice and try to like it was just like remember this, remember this, remember
you like Stan Sitwell, you like the banana stand,
Mr. F,
It's
like I do like all that stuff.
I do.
If this was like a movie, I would have enjoyed it, right? Because it's like a whole bunch of callbacks. But a whole show, it just seemed sort of thin on like...
So, out of 10 frozen bananas, what would you give it?
6.3 bananas.
I'm going to give it 6.
Oh, damn. I feel like I overshot my bananas there.